Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Radiating Beauty with myself, Denise. That's me. I'm Denise. So nice to see you guys. Of course, it is the weekend of the Sephora VIB sale. We're all so excited. The community is abuzz with all the recommendations and some people already posting their hauls. Lucky little bees, but I am no longer a Sephora Rouge member. I stopped spending that kind of money a little while ago to be more mindful of the things that I buy, but I am still a Sephora VIB. So I thought I would share some of my Sephora recommendations in case you were just sort of wondering, because you are also of the 45 plus working gal group and we have similar sort of likes. So if that's you, then just keep watching this video because we're about to get into my Sephora recommendations for you. I thought it would just be really beneficial if we just quickly went over just a couple of the skincare recommendations that I have, and I promise you they will not break the bank because it is the ordinary. So let's start off with this one. I think it's so good to, of course, have really good sort of hydration to your skin, and in the way of like actual like moisturizers and drinking your daily amount of water, but it's equally important to have a good facial serum, and I love the Ordinary Buffet. This is just amazing. It's a multi-technology peptide. Peptides are your friend. I'm not going to go into the teaching of peptides right now, but if you ever want to see that video or you want to know more, just let me know in the comments down below. It's just amazing. The Ordinary is just incredible. There's so many great products. You can look up the reviews yourself, but the Buffet, it is a buffet of peptides, and it's been doing my skin a lot of good. If you want a little bit more sort of oomph and bounce and moisture to your face, you might want to consider this, which is also from The Ordinary. It is their 100% organic cold-pressed rose hip seed oil. This is beautiful. I don't use it day and night. I only use it once a week and on the evening time before bed. I just put a couple of drops on and then I just sort of pat it on it, cleanse face. But it is absolutely beautiful. The key here to looking at any of these facial oils is make sure that it's organic and it's cold pressed. 100% organic, cold pressed. That is the key. But this one is absolutely beautiful. Love it. And if you're looking for something that's a really good cleanser, but you do like a frothing, foaming cleanser like myself, I'm gonna look to this one. It is the Kale and the Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. Whoa, that's a mouthful. From Youth from the People. Now, this is a tiny little glass jar. That's because the last Sephora haul, I got the combo kit, which came with the big pump one and this one. And now I suddenly have to use this one to refill because I've used it all up. I love it. I love the smell of it. I just love how it's sort of like you just put one squirt on your hand, get it on your face, and then start to make that beautiful cleansing lather. And then I use a makeup eraser face cloth to take it all off. It is so good. So good. Absolutely love it. Okay, let's get into the makeup. So we're going to just talk about color correctors, concealers, and foundations. And I just wouldn't be Denise if I didn't tell you about my ultimate favorite color concealer, and one of those makeup products that you can just put it on if you're looking for that kind of minimalistic makeup, but you just kind of want to freshen up the face, one and done and out the door product. You need one of these. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Color Corrector. This is in the color Fair. First of all, look at the packaging. Look at this absolutely darling little compact, which I love. And then inside you have this beautiful cream product, and it's just about the right timing that when it comes up for the Sephora VIB sale, I usually hit pan and then I restock. But it is a cream product that you put on, and for me it cancels out any grayness, any blue veining, and I usually have it on the inner sort of tear duct area, and you just need to kind of tap it in. It is just so effortless. It just requires no skill needed. Just tap it on with your fingers and blend it in just nice and smooth. It never creases, it never budges. I have it on the inner corner. It just brightens your entire eye. Even if you put no sort of eyeshadow, if you had no concealer on underneath, you could actually just put this on and be out the door. So I love this. I recommend it every single time. I know it's Charlotte Tilbury. Don't come for me because, you know, we know her products are very expensive, but it is one of her products that I would say time and time again I have replenished and put back in my stock because honestly, when I open my top drawer to do my personal makeup, I can't be without this. I just feel like my eyes just look constantly tired unless I have this. And she's not the only one that does the color corrector, but I think she does the color corrector the best. It is one of my top ride or die products. It is the Chef's Kiss. So let's go into concealers because of course everybody has their favorites when it comes to the concealers, what works for them, why they like it, and maybe it has a different function. Just recently I tried the Kosas Revealer Concealer, loved it because it's very eye brightening, but for me, I tend to not want some makeup that is so obvious and in your face. I just kind of want to go for that beautiful, polished, finished makeup look that looks like it's your skin forward and still you, but looks, you know, polished, finished. And so I look for that in pretty much every product that I purchase. So that's why time and time again, I go with the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra All Wear Concealer. This is in one or neutral ivory, of course, because I'm so fair skinned. You just put it on and a little goes a long way as well. It's beautiful and you just tap it and blend it and it doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. It doesn't accentuate any sort of texture because believe me, I've got plenty of that going on in these eyes. Absolutely beautiful. If you've never tried it, give it a try, especially if you have kind of under eyes like me that is like textured, you know, and wrinkly. That's pretty much my eyes. But anyways, absolutely love it. I know it's Lancome. It's expensive. That's why it's a good time to buy it whenever you can get a discount. And let's talk about foundations because there is equally as many foundations, if not more, as there are concealers out there in Sephora. And I know pretty much every sort of content creator and YouTube beauty influencer is peddling their favorites. But I have to tell you, it's just my hard-earned money. I am not sponsored. I am putting my hard-earned money towards these products. So I want to make sure they're good. And when I recommend them to you, I want to make sure that you know that I have used them and love them. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. So they had a reiteration of this way before the Makeup Forever HD. This is a Gen 2 or 2.0, and that came out last year. These are absolutely amazing. It's like a light to medium, more a medium coverage foundation. I really just don't want that sort of heavy or full coverage. I tend to always go for like a light to medium buildable foundation. That's what this is. The interesting thing about this, and you can almost pretty much see it from the bottle, is that this is 1Y04 in the coloration. And I only picked it up because I was desperate to try this. I had to try it because everybody was raving about it when it came out. And it didn't have my normal neutral undertones. It had this one. And I thought, okay, well, I swatched it in store. It seemed like it would be okay. Brought it home. I fell in love with it. I had no idea that my, what I thought neutral skin would ever take a slight yellow undertone to it. And yet when it goes on, it was breathtaking. But this foundation is gorgeous. It just goes on seamless. It just kind of blends to your natural skin tone, kind of melts together, and you would just be hard done by to even see where one starts and the other ends. It is absolutely gorgeous. Stays in place, doesn't accentuate fine lines and wrinkles or texture, and it's not too dewy, but it's not too matte. Honestly, you guys, it's just one of my all-time favorites. If you like green products and you like minimalistic makeup, then maybe liquid foundations is not your thing. But every day that I go to work, I wear this one by Merit Beauty. It is their minimalistic skin foundation. This is in the color Dune. I love, love, love this because, again, it just goes on so like silk, and it melts to my skin. You can use it as a concealer. You could spot treat areas if you had. I just do a couple of sweeps on either side, and then I use their great brush that I bought on the Merit website with it, but you can get Merit in Sephora. It is absolutely gorgeous. Just make sure, you know, that when you do a swatch, that you're swatching it correctly on the jawline, and make sure that this is the right color, because I mentioned it to a girl at work, but she's a little bit darker than me, so Dune was just a little bit too light for her. But for me and my color complexion, it's perfect. It is my go-to foundation, especially when the Makeup Forever I can't even get like a drop out of. It's been my go-to foundation every single day that I go to work. It's great as well for travel. Let's get into some of the blushes. Blush, and kind of like, to me, blush and highlight, it just kind of like takes that great complexion and foundation makeup just kind of to the next step. And the two products that ironically I'm going to talk about are both cream products, and I'm going to mention, and I think they're cult classics, well, at least this one is. This is a Tower 28. It is Magic Hour, and of course, I think you probably are exhausted by listening to Tower 28. I've actually, you can't see, but I have hit pan. And I use this very sort of like flat kabuki brush. I tap it in, and then I literally just stamp that on my face. And this color, it's like that corally, peachy, you know, pink, soft pink that just really tends to look really good, especially if you're of lighter color complexions. And I just love Tower 28. They have so many good products. I can't wait to get in there when it's my turn for my VIB status to take a look at some of their other products. The next one would be a green product from Merit Beauty. I love their Flush Balm blushes. This was in the color Cheeky, and why it appeals to me is because it is a really beautiful pink, but it is a cool pink. It's a beautiful, cool pink. Just see how very easy it is to build that color, and it does just give you just a little tiny sort of iridescent kind of glow, but there's no shimmer in here. It's just that emollient formulation. I just think, like, is there that many cool pinks that are out there on the market? There really isn't. So Cheeky is a good one, but they just released another 4, and some of those colors, you guys, are looking amazing. But this is just, it is a classic. And I will tell you though that, you know, if you're like me and you're wearing masks and goggles and taking stuff on and off your face all day long, it's not going to wear forever. I think it wears for a good, like, 4 hours for sure. If you use a setting spray, of course, it'll last longer. Of course, another cult classic. And these are the Rare Beauty, the Soft Pinch, is in the color Bliss. And this is just another, I'll just put it, but it's like a very soft, corally pink. And you guys, a little, as I'm sure you've heard, goes a long way. You dot, 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 you blend that on. You have enough time before the dry down to kind of, you know, move it into place. And it is just so pretty. It just gives you that sort of, like, I always say après-ski look, but now that we're going into the spring, I guess it's like the, I just came back from walking the dog look. And it just is that really, really pretty sort of peachy pink that really suits a lot of complexions. Okay, you guys, let's talk a little bit about eye products, because this is where I think Sephora, to me, Sephora products is a sleeper. You guys, if you like the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, you will love the Sephora collection. Retractable brow products. Of course, it has a nice spoolie. Oh yeah, it could do with like brushing up some of those hairs. It's got a nice spoolie on one end, but if you're a blonde, then you will really appreciate it, because this taupe color that you can see here is not too orange or too brown, which I really appreciate. I can't show you because I've literally run out. Can I? Maybe there's a tiny bit. Nope, I can't. Even on my hand, nothing is coming out. But is that fine, sort of like, you know, your Precisely My Brow pencil, and because it has the spoolie and it's retractable, I just think it's an amazing product for the price. And of course, with the Sephora collection products, you get 30% off. So definitely think about looking, if you're looking for a good product color. But this is the retractable waterproof eyeliner that has like a sharpener at one end, and also it has a smudger, so you can smudge it out. And this color, you guys, this was the brown and bronze bronze metallic retractable gel eyeliner. Was absolutely beautiful. Eyes or green eyes. You will love this product. I'm telling you, and it went on. It's soft, but not too soft. That's why, you know, if you want, you can smudge it out with the smudger. And like I said, then has a built-in sharpener as well, which is really super handy. So let's just kind of finish up the eyes. And sadly, you guys, sadly, I do not have an eyeshadow palette to talk to you about. I know. It's quite shocking, even for me. Much as I'd like to be able to give you a palette recommendation, there's really none that have caught my eye. But I do want to talk about this one because this is a seamless product. Again, a little goes a long way. I've had this for 2 years now and just starting to put a dent in it. It's pretty, it's a universal coloring, and it is one that requires no fuss, no mess, no skill level. You just out the door. What am I talking about? The Eyes to Mesmerize. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow in the color Pillow Talk. There it is there. You can see it's so pretty. She has a number of these. And what I do is I just take it on a brush and then I put it over my lids. It just gives you a little sort of iridescent kind of like finish to your eyes. Just adds that little sort of soft nudie pink color, which is, like I said, so universally flattering, but it just has that iridescence that's able to kind of catch the light and have it dance all over your lids and just look so appealing and make your eyes just dazzle. And I absolutely love it. You would certainly not need this much because that is a whole lot. And once it dries down, you guys, it is not going to go anywhere until you take it off with makeup removers. Like I said, when you don't want to sit there and put 2 and 3 different eyeshadows all over your eyes and create a specific look, that is just so effortless. And again, it is just a one and done. There is a lot of highlighters out there as well, and I am good in the highlighter department, but there's 2 products that have really just, I don't know, stood the test of time, and I reach for it again and again when I want them. And one is this one. It is the Dior Backstage. It is the Glow Face Palette. Now, this one I've had for a couple years because this was the rose gold one that they made, and they don't make it anymore. But I love all of these colors, especially for my very fair complexion. I just find that they, you know, you can mix them all together. They look so, so pretty. They're one of those products by Dior, or one of those products, period, that really just looks sophisticated and grown up, and yet just, I don't know, like they are spectacular. You could choose one or choose all 4 or dabble in a couple to kind of create a custom sort of highlighter look. I love it. It just gives you that ethereal glow to your skin without screaming disco ball. And while there's nothing wrong with disco balls, the other one I want to talk to you is also kind of a little pricey, but again, a little goes a long way. And it is the Charlotte Tilbury. It is their, you know, what do they call it? The Beauty Light Wand in Easy Highlight. This is a true champagne. I love the puff. You put it on and you could really, really build this up so that you are just glowing from the heavens, but also could just do a little couple of dots strategically and blend, 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 and it looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about lip products, because as much as I love a good eyeshadow and eyeshadow palette, I equally love lips. And as I find, of course, as I get older, I really need to use a lip liner to kind of get that nice chiseled and defined look to my lips. Sure, I can go out of the door with a tinted lip balm, but if I'm looking for a nice polished, finished makeup look, I need to use a lip liner. And I purchased this in the duo kit together. It was the Makeup by Mario Lip Flip Kit that they had last haul, so I don't know if that's still available. This is the Ultra Suede lipstick, and it is in the color Sam. It is absolutely beautiful. It is just, like said, an ultra suede, very sort of fluffy, almost marshmallowy like type lipstick that goes on, universally flattering, in the color Sam. And this lip liner that I am wearing today, and it is in the color, I think, Hue. Yes, in the color Hue. A little bit darker than the lipstick would come out. They are so beautifully matched. I think think it's awesome. And what I like about the Makeup Mario one is that it's a pencil. So you can just take a regular sharpener and you can keep a nice, very sharp and accurate point to it, which is really, really lovely. So love those two together. And might I recommend as well my go-to everyday lip liner, which is the Sephora, and it's the Sephora collection. Yes, there's a definite theme here. I kind of like those pinky nudes. These are a gel formulation, so they're nice and soft. They do have a sharpener at the end right here, which I love that about the Sephora products. And it's really, really nice. You know, you can kind of put it on your lips, and if you just wanted to use that, you love this color, you could literally, because it's a gel, you could kind of tap that out and give yourself kind of a nice, kind of very soft ombre type lip. But it has a little sort of stickiness, a little tack to it. So once you put it on and then it sets in place, it's not really going to go anywhere. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, if you're going to be eating and drinking a lot throughout the day, lipstick and lip liner is going to come off. Love these. And of course, the Sephora collection, 30% off. So how could you say no? Let's just kind of like finish out this video with the rest of my lip products, and I'll just go over them really quickly. Last two is just kind of a nice like add-on. So Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, it is iconic, it is classic. I love the packaging. Like, I mean, look at the packaging. I love the color. I love the smell, cream sheen. It's just so beautiful. I have that on as the base of my lip color today. You will see, but equally on the green side, and look at the packaging of this, is the Merit. This is the Millennium Satin Lipstick. And again, beautiful, beautiful packaging. Guys, that is it in the middle. It's just a little bit more pinkier. It's a little bit more sheen to it because it's a satin lipstick. Anyways, beautiful, soft, gorgeous packaging, green product, so good. And just worthy mention, again, if you like a nice kind of slightly tinted pink lip gloss that's a plumper, you want to look at the Sephora collection lip plumpers. This is in color 07. Little plumping action. It's not painful. It's not going to burn. It just has that kind of like peppermint oil, menthol kind of fresh feel to it, but it does do a little plumping. And I mean, honestly, again, also love the packaging, 30% off. And then if you like one that's kind of a hybrid between sort of a lipstick and a gloss, like a balm, then you might want to look at the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. And of course, I have two of these here. I have one in grapefruit, and then I have one in rose. And I love these. I'll put one just on top so you can see. They are so fresh and juicy that they go on so effortlessly and they work so well. They have a number of really beautiful colors. They also have these Maracuja Juicy Lips in the plumpers. Go check them out because really Tarte has some really solid products. These are newer to their line and they're definitely worth checking out. Anyways, you guys, I wish you all the best. Happy shopping on the Sephora VIB sale. If you're just kind of curating a list as you watch all these videos, I hope this video helps and not confuses you any further. Just know that I'm not sponsored. This is all of my products that I purchase with my hard-earned money. And I work hard for my money, as I know you do as well. So with that, we'll end this video, and I do wish you all a very wonderful, wonderful weekend. And just set yourself a budget and stick to your budget when you go to Sephora. Don't go crazy unless you have the funds. All right, you guys, take care. And just remember, no matter what the day brings, always start by just radiating a little bit of beauty. Bye. See you guys.